after a very long travel day, we finally made it from Sarajevo, Bosnia to the foot of Durmitor National Park in Montenegro. We're staying at a cute little cabin tonight that was really stressful and difficult to find. So the directions for this place that were on Airbnb were all over the place. We tried copy and pasting the directions into Apple Maps and Google Maps. We even tried just hitting the get directions button directly from Airbnb, and it just gave us like completely different directions, like a different point on the map, so it was really confusing. In this place, we weren't given a name for, like, you know, if it has a hotel name or a guest house name. We weren't given a name or anything. It was just like a random point on the map. And the ride took us all through the mountains on some windy roads. It took us like probably almost 5 hours to drive here. So it was a really long day. It was really stressful. We actually almost canceled and just said, like, screw it, we'll go book something else like close by, because everywhere we tried to turn, it was a road that you couldn't drive down, or a road that like led to something that a lumber yard. Yeah, like the map kept saying like take a left here, but it was taking a left into a lumber yard, which didn't make any sense. So we kept trying to reset the directions, trying to get an alternate route that made sense. So it just was so stressful. So it was a pretty rough day. We finally made it here. It's a cute little cabin with beautiful views out over the mountains. It's pretty foggy, so we can't really see much right now, but I'm sure in the morning it will be great. And the other downside is that communication with the host is like non-existent. He messaged us this morning asking what time we would be here. So I said between 3:30 and 4. We ended up getting here like 4:15 after getting lost a bunch of times and whatnot. We got here and I said, I think we're here. No response. Turns out we weren't there. We asked a local that we saw and they pointed us farther down the road. We finally made it. I messaged again, said we're here. I messaged on Airbnb, I messaged on WhatsApp, I messaged the same number that messaged me this morning. And specifically in that message, they said, let us know your time of arrival so we can welcome you. So when we arrived and we didn't get a response, Ryan walked around the entire place looking for somebody. I sent them messages and we waited for maybe like over half an hour in the car. And eventually we just found the building that we had rented and the keys were in the door and we just went in. So it's been like an hour now and still no messages, no one's been by. And the other thing is that I guess you can order breakfast and dinner through them. And the reviews on Airbnb said that the food is great. So when he messaged me this morning, he asked if we wanted dinner and I said yes, we would love dinner. And so it's now almost 5:30 and no communication from them whatsoever. I don't know if they're bringing dinner, when they're bringing dinner, and if we need to go get dinner, it is a very, very long drive to anywhere where we could get any kind of food. So I'm really hoping that they message back soon, so it's a bit stressful. And the other thing is that this place does not have heating, which I thought would be okay booking in September because the last couple days this week have been almost 80 degrees, but today it is 43. So we got in here and we're all pretty cold. There is like a wood burning stove, but me and Ryan don't know how to use it. We're hoping we can get in touch with the host and maybe they could help us a little bit. And we're also not too keen on running a wood burning stove with the kids because they do like to touch everything. They are little and I don't want any accidents happening. So right now we have the oven on, trying to heat up the room even just a little bit. So it was a long day of doing nothing but driving and we're really glad to be here, but we're only here for one night. And then we'll be off to do some more fun things tomorrow. But this place is pretty cute. It has everything we need. It has a cute little bunk bed with a double bunk on the bottom and a top bunk for probably Isla. And then there's a separate little bed on the side. There's a beautiful kitchen. It does have an oven and a fridge and all the things you need, all the necessities for cooking. And it has a cute little bench and table made out of wood, which is adorable. And there's also this giant tree in the middle of the room that Ethan keeps calling a tree house. So the kids love that. He's saying tree house, you hear him?
A tree house?
You say tree house? They love this tree in the room. I don't think we've ever been in a log cabin with the kids, especially one like this authentic. So I think we're gonna settle in here and tomorrow we have some big plans to do a hike and explore a little bit of Durmitor National Park, which is why we're staying in this area, and then we'll be heading to the capital city of Podgorica, which we have never been to, so we'll see you there. There's our cabin. Say goodbye.
Bye.
We'll never be back.
Bye bye, cabin.
Bye bye, cabin. Bye-bye.
Next week we're gonna come to you.
The place is cute though. There's like tons of cabins up there.
I wanna go in that cabin when we're
And views over the mountains. But this is the road that we had to drive on last night to get here. Questionable if we were even supposed to drive down here. There's no signs, nothing. Probably the worst night we've had so far in an Airbnb. It was freezing cold last night. It got down to the 30s and there's no heating in there. There was a little wood stove and Ryan did find some wood, but the lighter that they left was completely out of fuel.
And also the majority of the wood was wet.
Yeah, because it had rained all day. So we weren't able to start a fire. So we all bundled up and snuggled together. So it was a rough night sleeping and we didn't get any dinner. So we didn't have lunch yesterday because we were traveling all day. So we fed the kids some snacks for lunch and then we didn't have dinner. So the host never messaged us back last night. We messaged them on WhatsApp, on Airbnb. Ryan messaged them on WhatsApp from his phone. Ryan tried to call them, no answer, no response. They said that there was dinner we could have. All the reviews said that you can purchase dinner from them. We were unclear whether they brought it to our room or whether we had to meet them somewhere. We tried to find out, but no response. So nobody had dinner, so we had snacks for dinner again, which is okay for us. Like, we're fine not having dinner, but I felt bad for the kids. And any store was way too far away to like trek back out through the woods because it was pretty remote trying to get out here, and we had a hard enough time finding this place as it is. The GPS was just not bringing us to the right place, so Ryan wasn't confident that if he went back out he'd be able to find his way back in. So it was just overall like not a good time. Like, the cabin itself is beautiful. If it was warm it might have been better. We're just lucky that they left the key in the door because we couldn't get a hold of anybody. We walked around the whole property, there was nobody there. So that was fun, and that's just, you know, one of the things that can happen, I guess, when you're traveling and renting different places. But it is beautiful here. Beautiful views. Beautiful, beautiful. So driving in was pretty beautiful, but a little questionable. So we're all tired, but we're gonna make the most of today. We need to make our way to Podgorica, which is the capital city of Montenegro, because that's where we're staying for the next couple nights. But on the way there, since we're in Durmitor National Park, we want to check out some things in the area. We wanted to do a hike, so I think we're gonna do the hike around the Black Lake, which is this lake right here. That's the name. I don't know how to say it. I don't want to butcher it. But it says it's a fairly easy hike. It's about 3 miles, 3-mile loop trail, so should be good with the kids. And then after that we may go to Tara Canyon, we may not. It's 30 minutes out of the way, so I'm not sure if we'll end up doing that, but we'll see what the day brings. It is only 8:30, so we're getting a pretty good start in the day. We're gonna stop at a bakery or something and grab some breakfast. We were gonna do a sit-down breakfast, but we just don't really have the energy for that right now. We're kind of drained, but let's go see what we can find around here.
So I just got back from the bakery and I got 2 apple croissants, 2 chocolate croissants, and a cheese barrette. So 5 things total for 40 euros.
The cheapest breakfast we had in a while.
Cheapest breakfast we've had in a while.
Perfect. And the cutest little coffees. What's it, a latte?
Yeah, latte macchiato.
Latte macchiato. So cute.
For €1.
For €1. Perfect. That'll do.
No.
Where's my barrette? Buddy's gonna love this. Here you go, Papa. Thank you. His little thank you. Oh, go ahead, take a bite. Yummy. Yeah, baby. Chocolate. Here.
I just like chocolate. Not chocolate sauce. Only
Yummy.
cereal and chocolate.
And check out this bad boy.
Is that my barrette?
It's your barrette.
Oh,
Cheese barrette.
my favorite. Nothing beats Barek.
Is it better than 2 nights ago?
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted Barek, and Brian couldn't get any at the bakery, so I got a frozen one from the grocery store. It was okay. It did for like the Barek craving, but nothing beats fresh Barek. Nothing. I have this every morning. Welcome to National Park, Durmitor. All right, so we arrived at the Black Lake. We found the parking. It's actually a really good tip that I found out. When you're driving down to the lake, to the parking, to the entrance area, there are 2 ways to go. You can take a right or you can take a left. If you take a right, you go to the main parking area where I read online that they charge you 12 euros to park for the day. You still pay the entrance to the national park regardless. But if you take that left turn, there's another parking lot at the end, and we got here and they said it's free. We still have to pay the entrance to the national park, which was 5 euros a person, but the kids are free. So paid 10 euros to get into the national park, and we found free parking. So if you are looking for free parking here, I don't know if it's free all year, but all the reviews said that this parking lot is cheaper than the other one. It's called Parco Visco 2, and here is the address for it. So check that out. Pretty good parking lot, and it's only an 8-minute walk down to the lake. So we're gonna load up the kids and take our walk down to the lake, and then I think we're gonna do the whole hiking loop around the lake. So
let's do it.
Let's do it.
No, Daddy, I've read.
Isla, come here. Ready to go.
And Isla's ready to go too.
Let go.
It's so cold today. We had to dig out our gloves and hats.
I don't
Freezing.
have gloves. Yeah, I don't have gloves.
We're gonna let Isla walk a little bit, so see how that goes. See how long that lasts, right?
And my legs are gonna get tired.
Yeah, they're gonna get tired. All right, let's go.
What did
You hear the birdies in the trees? Yeah. This is like the final boss. Walking to the main path past the playground and hoping the kids don't have to fit. Come on, Isla. Dangerous. Are we bad? Ryan said, are we bad parents? Dangerous trail. Let's see how dangerous it is. Alright, we came across a sign that says dangerous trail, so we threw Isla up on Ryan's back, and hopefully it's not too dangerous or else we'll be turning around. Alright, let's...
Dangerous trail.
Yeah, let's see how dangerous, okay? Let's go check it out. I don't think it's too dangerous, it's just very rocky. There we go. Big rocks are gone. That's not that bad. I think we've done more dangerous trails with the kids. Back to the tree roots. Rock stairs. Exiting the dangerous trail section.
Can confirm. Dangerous at times.
Alright, so from the car around the entire lake and back to the car, it was about 2.5 hours and about 3.5 miles. So not too bad considering we did let Isla walk a good portion of it before we threw her up on Ryan's back. I wouldn't say the trail is easy, I'd say it's more of moderate. because when I think of an easy trail, I think of mostly flat, something that like you could do with your kids walking, but there were some pretty steep sections with some pretty big rock stairs, a lot of tree roots, a lot of things to trip over, and you were right on the edge, so if you fell, you would have rolled down the hill, which would definitely hurt. But it was a beautiful, beautiful walk. It's a beautiful lake. Definitely worth the trip, and it wasn't too expensive to enter, about €5 a person, and kids are free.
Hello.
And it was a beautiful, beautiful walk around the lake. Definitely recommend it. I liked the way we went, which we went counterclockwise around the lake rather than going clockwise. And I only say that because going counterclockwise, we walked up all of those like stone stairs. If you would prefer to walk down them, then you would go clockwise, but we prefer to go up them with the kids. I think there's less of a risk of falling going up than there is going down, at least with the kids on our backs.
I'd recommend going up the stairs.
Yeah, I'd recommend definitely going up the stairs rather than down. So definitely do the counterclockwise like we did. I just found it easier, I guess. A little less tricky with the kids, but glad we did it. And it's now about noon, so I think we're gonna head over to Tara Canyon, which is actually the second deepest canyon in the entire world. The only one deeper is the Grand Canyon in the USA, which we have not been to. Being from America, you'd think maybe we'd been to the, you know, the main touristy places in America, but no, we haven't been to the Grand Canyon, so I'm really excited to see Tara Canyon. We're not gonna do anything down in the canyon. I know they have rafting trips and things like that, but we can't do that with the kids. They have a zip line, which we also can't do with the kids, but I think we're gonna try to find parking near Tara Canyon Bridge, because I heard it has great views over the canyon. I did hear that parking is a little tricky over there, so we're gonna see if we can try to find a spot and figure out our way over there, but I think we'll just drive over there. It's about 30 minutes away, and we'll check out the views down into the canyon from the bridge, and I heard it's a beautiful bridge too, so, and hopefully find somewhere to have lunch. So, we'll see you there.
Let's do it.
Alright, we just finished up at the Tara Bridge, at the Tara Canyon. We had lunch there, first thing, at a restaurant called Restaurant Most. It had terrible reviews, honestly, but the only restaurants by that bridge had terrible reviews. And this one had a beautiful view over the bridge. So we sat there, they were pretty nice, and we got 2 orders of cevapi, 2 plates of cevapi. The cevapi was okay. It wasn't the best we've ever had. The fries were disgusting. They tasted old. They just were not good at all. Even the kids didn't really eat much of them. So not the best food. It's not like the worst, but not the best. It wasn't too expensive. It was pretty cheap actually, so not bad. And then we took turns going out and walking over the bridge and taking some pictures and checking it out. You can see the river, you can see the canyon, really beautiful. We did not take the kids out on the bridge because there are some pretty large gaps where if the kids are fooling around they could fall, and there's not a wide space for pedestrians to walk on the bridge, so the cars just come down. So if the cars come flying down, I don't want the kids to get hurt. It just didn't seem like the safest thing, but it was beautiful. It's the 2nd deepest canyon in the world, so that's pretty cool. Someday we'll get to go see the Grand Canyon and see the deepest canyon in the world, but it was definitely a beautiful bridge and a nice stop. And you could do zip lining there if you wanted to. We did see a couple people coming down the zip line. They must have had some beautiful views of that bridge, so definitely really nice. And I think that's the day, because we have a 2.5-hour drive now to Podgorica, which is the capital city of Montenegro. So we're gonna make our way there and start our adventures in the capital, I guess, tomorrow.
See you there.
See you there.